What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of What Words Are Worth. And today I'm going to also answer some questions, man. I got some supporters' questions. So if you ever want to ask me something, you just put it down in the bottom in the comment section. And I got some dope questions here. One of the first questions I got is from Danny Wins 2673. So his question or her question is, what's your favorite tour story? I got a couple of tour stories that were like dope to me. One would be Sean Price performing "Get Some" with us. If you're not sure what that song is, "Get Some" is on an album called "The Show" with a group EMC that I'm in, and the song is "Get Some" with Sean Price. Sean Price is one of the dopest rappers that you may know him from some mainstream success. I would believe he was down with Boot Camp Clit, Helter Skelter, but then when he started doing his own things, like his own solo stuff, it just was like, man, he took it to a whole nother level of rapping. So we got him on the song "Get Some." I actually remember him coming in the studio. He had his rhyme written. He went in the booth. He was in and out, man. He went in the booth, knocked his verse out, and just the way he came on, Sean Price with a spliff in the air, lyricist of the year. Man, it's just crazy. So we're overseas. I believe we're in Germany at this time, or maybe somewhere different. But they used to have these big splash festivals, and during the splash festival, we're performing for like 30,000 people, at least 30,000, and we get to do, he's performing on the same show we're performing, and we get to finally do this song "Get Some," and it's high energy, crowd rocking, boom, and then Sean Price his verse comes up. It's real dramatic to "Get Some," and then he comes out, Sean Price, lyricist of the year, with a spliff in my head, yeah, yo, smoke alarms go off, man. The crowd went crazy. And that was dope because sometimes you don't get to do a song with the person that's featured on there in a big crowd or ever perform together on stage. So that's one of my dopest moments. And just like talking to him overseas and just talking to him, and somebody that's been in the game way before you, but also you see them taking their lyrics to another level. It's just so dope. It was one of my dopest tour stories there. Um, Next up, let me see. Knowledge 7. Shout to Knowledge 7. Why haven't you ever got on a Primo beat? Did you ever have a convo with him? Was the cost too high? Um, it just I've met Primo numerous times. I have a picture with Primo. I don't know if I have it on my phone. You know how you change phones. But I met Primo because we've been on Premier's show during the EMC times. Him and Ace are very tight. And if you don't know, Ace was on one of the Gangstar albums, and actually as a skit, like doing a message on the album, leaving a message about learning how he got this beat machine. He just got like an MPC, and he wanted Primo to help him teach how to do some drums or something on there. But I would love to get on a Primo beat. That's one of my dreams, to get on a DJ Premier beat. Man, you know how much time I'm just writing that rhyme and just what I want to craft and what I want to say. So I've met Primo. I don't think it's about a cost thing, because I think Primo works with people that he respects. If he respects your craft and respects what you're doing, and if you got a love for the art, then it goes that way. I think when you get to a certain level in your career, sometimes it's not all about the money. For me, I would say there's some things I rhyme on sometimes, depending if I like the beat, if I like the rhyme. I've seen Jadakiss say the same thing. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's the track, sometimes it's the camaraderie that you've built over the years with knowing people in the industry, and you're like, damn, we ain't never worked together on something. We need to put something down, make something fire. So I don't think it's a cost thing. It's probably just being in the right place at the right time. That's what I would say. It's more of us right place, right time. But DJ Premier, I'm I love the rhyme on the DJ Premier beat. Another one from Knowledge 7. aside from your podcast, interviewing peers, do you see yourself doing a weekly vlog, just like talking on new music? Knowledge. This is kind of that vibe of me starting that. Um, I don't want to talk about music necessarily unless I'm talking about it in a good fashion. I feel we got a lot of negative vibes out there. I'm not a negative person. If anybody knows me, I'm always trying to push for you to do something great. You being around me with negativity, I'm not gonna be around you. I'll be like, nah, that brother, that's just too negative. I don't even want no negative vibes. I've learned over time I can be competitive without being negative. So I can not like an album. I could not like something an artist does, but I don't have to throw it out there for the public to try to join my side and tear down somebody's way of making money or feeding their family. I could just not like it. I don't got nothing good to say about it. Just won't talk about it, right? But I wouldn't mind doing a weekly blog or something like that as far as keeping track. If it's music, maybe it's music. It's a lot of music though. Knowledge like every week there's something new out. Every week, every month is something new. People dropping 2 to 3 albums a month. So keeping up with the music, it might be kind of I might be behind the eight ball on some of that. But I was thinking about doing movies. So like I could watch a movie, catch up on a movie, come on here and talk about it. It could be an old movie, it could be a new movie. Um, so maybe I'll do music. For me, it's not really doing the music, it's more so the angle in which I'm doing this, right? So to do this podcast, what made me do a podcast really was trying to find something that I love to talk about. Like I love talking about the writing process. And I think people enjoy me talking to the guests about the writing process because my process is respected in which I come up with stuff, right? So it adds some validity to my questioning, to me doing this. So knowledge, if you got some ideas or, you know, I'm always open to hearing some ideas of stuff you would want to hear me talk about. It seems like people like to hear me talk about the process because they want to hear my train of thought. Because some writers want to hear that, producers may want to hear that, creatives, a lot of creatives want to hear that. So I don't necessarily want to do anything that I don't have passion for, right? I told my friends the other day, I came up with this phrase of, I don't want to work, I don't want to live and work off a dire. I want to work and live off a desire, right? Once you start doing things out of dire, it's not really fun no more. So desire. So dire versus desire. That's how I live my life. And I think that's the way to go. So dope question. Okay. Knowledge with another question. What are some of your favorite rap battles in modern day leagues? Okay. I will have to say some of my favorite rap battles. Here we go. I'm going to say JC versus New Jersey Twerk. Credible, credible. Um, you get to see JC's poise, saying some deep rhymes, but you also get to see the change of the guard kind of in battling, the aggression that Twerk had, the way the lyricism had changed, the way the punchlines got a little more creative, but the energy that Twerk has. I would also say Iron Solomon versus Rum Nitty. Man, Iron Solomon versus Rum Nitty, one of my favorite battles that I could watch over and over. Nitty's, well, Iron Solomon's, if I'm right, that second verse is crazy. But Nitty, when he comes, he say some crazy stuff in there, like the whole planet scheme. If they try to take them from ours, like Mars, and I'm intervening and like, yeah, it's just crazy. The rhymes on that one, that's probably my favorite. Those two are some of my favorites. Um, One of my favorite battle rappers though is Kid Slade. The rhymes he be saying is crazy. So if you get to see the Kid Slade versus who was that he stumbles. Man, the rhymes, man, it's a new way of just the way he rhyme, and Kid Slade is incredible. Um Rock versus what's the name? Jada Nightwing. That's another crazy one. Rock versus Jada Nightwing. Um, let me see how many that is. I don't even know how many I did right there. Probably like 4. Um, one of my favorite ones to watch though, and I skip one of the I skip Wavy, Mr. Wavy versus Briz Rothstein. Briz Rothstein, the rhymes is crazy on there. So those are some of my favorite battles. Some of them I'm just thinking of. There's so many that I can watch back, but those are the ones I could watch back. Like I could throw the Briz Rothstein verses from there. I could listen to Tay Rock currently. It's crazy. So those are the ones that I can go back to and make me want to write bars. Um, Shotgun Suge versus Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty rhymes on there. Suge was cool. Rum Nitty rhymes. And Geechee Gotti versus Rum Nitty. Man, crazy. Twerk is one of my favorites. I would probably say currently Twerk is one of the most incredible writers. Rum is up there too, but Twerk, if you really listen to Twerk's writing when he's on, and he's pretty versatile. Sometimes he won't stay in that bag, but he's one of the dopest out there that I've seen and listened to just on a writing aspect. Arsenal is always fire. Arsenal versus Geechee Gotti. I'm trying to think of some other ones that I really can do like a lot of replay value. Those are the ones though, man, right there. I'll give you just those. All right. Dope. Yeah. So if you got any more questions, y'all, if y'all got questions, leave them down in the comments out and I'll answer those fans. I don't want to say fans. I'll answer those supporters questions. All right. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.